Su back, you know what I'm saying? Monroe, your man. So today I'm gonna show you how to recreate mixing. Actually, I'm gonna show you how I recreated the you know what I'm saying, MoneyBagg Yo, Me Versus Me tune. It's an incredible fucking song. It's really dope. I love the beat. I love the lyrics. I love the artist. Everything is positive. Let's get into this. First thing first, shout out to my own channel. You know what I'm saying? Just gotta give a shout out to the channel, Music Money School. This channel is about you. I'm an artist myself. I make music. I make music for a living. Besides other things, you know what I'm saying? I'm a business person, but I'm trying to make the most of my, you know, income off music. And I'm really passionate about these things and that I'm trying to provide, but for you. So I never promote my music, you know what I'm saying, on the channel. This is about you. So join the family. I want friends, you know what I'm saying? I want dogs and dogettes, you know what I'm saying? Ladies, you're welcome on the channel. Everybody's welcome on the channel. And this is about you. It's not about me. It's about you. I'm going to show you how I recreated the tune, the mixing process, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to walk you through the tune, and then I'm going to break it down plugin by plugin, you know what I'm saying? Just a few plugins. And, you know, without further ado, let's get to this, you know what I'm saying? Let me get you through the song with the plugins and without the plugins. Actually, you know what, man? I'm just going to add a new audio track, and I'm going to bring that down, you know what I'm saying? I'm just going to mute the ad-lib. This is what it sounds like raw, right?
I never ran from a killer. If I did, cut my legs off. I never been with the whole toss. Need to start always told my
He's out.
Yeah, I'm a stand-up killer. Got my bands dog. You don't wanna see me pissed off.
Woo.
Never lie to a bitch dog. When it comes to it, you gotta play raw. And I never ever let the fuckery get to me. Suckers in with my energy.
Nope.
Got them all, make a feeling that I ain't dealing with. Not if it don't make sense to me.
Yeah.
I never ever go against my compass. Suckers on the other side. I never ever put a bit for the money. Gotta get it when it.
You see, I'm a real thug, man. I like tea. I like green tea. This is thug shit, right? Check it out, man. You know what I'm saying? So this is what it sounds raw. So first of all, man, you know what I'm saying? However you're going to record this, man, don't be too hard on yourself. This is just natural. We think that, you know, what we record is bullshit. It's not, you know, we are by nature too hard on ourselves. Just make sure it comes from this baby called heart, all right? Don't use this. Forget about this. When it comes to record, you got to use this baby right here, right? It doesn't matter if you don't pronounce a word correctly. I talk for experience because English is not my first language, you know what I'm saying? So when I started out, my English was, was kind of broke. And, you know what I'm saying? But still, you know what I'm saying? I don't give a F, you know what I'm saying, about how I pronounce a word. If I miss a word, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Use this. Don't worry about it. The energy is going to come through. This is the magic of music. And the magic of the plugins. This is what it sounds with the plugins on.
I never ran from a killer. If I did, cut my legs off. I never been with the whole toss. Need to start always told my east for. Yeah, I'm a stand.
Alright, you get the drift, you know what I'm saying? It's clean, it's ready to, you know what I'm saying, to go on YouTube, to go on SoundCloud, to get sync licensing fee if you want to, you know what I'm saying? If you don't know about sync licensing fee, I try to provide a few links in the description. So that's just the way, you know, real artists make real money, you know what I'm saying? You don't need to pop, you don't need to, you know what I'm saying, blow up. It's called sync licensing. It's the game. You need to get into this. If your family, you get curious about. But let's get to this, all right? So the first thing, the vocal chain is just pitch correction, old pitch correction, channel EQ, compressor, Bitcrusher, multipressor, and some few buses. Now the pitch correction, if you're new to vocal mixing, pitch correction is what happens when artists just don't want to, you know, struggle and trying to sing. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe that there's such a thing as you can't sing. You can, right? C-A-N, you can. And but anyways, you know what I'm saying, if you just don't want to push those boundaries, why, I don't know, but use pitch correction. It comes free with Logic. And the way you use pitch correction, you find the key of the tune, and then you put it on the root, you find the scale, and then you use the response time to how hard you want the pitch correction to affect your vocal. You feel me? So that's about it. pitch correction out the way. So I'm just gonna get it out. Then we got channel EQ. So let me walk you through channel EQ. Maybe you never mix a vocal, you don't know what we're doing over here. This is the real magic as far as us goes, because you know, if you record your vocals, I can record man all day in the studio, right? I have it. I mean, I can go to the studio every day. I don't, man. When I go to the studio, it makes it so hard for me to just you know, whatever. You know, music is about, to me, this is my personal thing. I like to record at home. I don't give a F. I saw once a video of Lil Wayne recording in this hotel room. I was like, man, this is exactly what I want to replicate. I don't need to go to the studio. Channel EQ, you need it. So we got a low end, high end, some highs, some remove of bad frequencies. This is how it works. You can use the same preset. This is what it does.
I ain't never ran from a killer. If I did, cut my legs off. I never been with the whole toss.
You see how muddy it gets without it.
Yeah, I'm stand killer.
And how crispy it gets with the channel EQ. It's very simple. So I put it at 80 hertz because I wanted to kind of replicate MoneyBagg Yo kind of voice, but he has that, you know, like African Americans have this voice that I personally just have to force myself to replicate, but that's a lot low end, and this is why trap music gets really high handy, because when you use too much channel EQ on a black voice, it really is really awesome. But it's just the way it depends on you. So you can fuck with this. I put it at 80. I put it at 80. I started it at 180, and then I bring it down to 80. This is how you use the knob, all right? So just move that forward.
I ain't never ran from a killer.
It makes it more telephony.
If I did, cut my legs off. I never been with the whole toss.
And then I wanted a lot low end to it, so I just left the 80. You get it? So this is a bad frequency. So if you boost that up, you will hear a bad frequency. I don't want to show you because I don't want to put you in the position of not being creative to hear what's happening. So if you're an artist, check it out. I mean, if you're a producer, you don't have that problem. But for artists that do production as well, it's really hard to see, all right, this is bad, this is good. We don't actually hear the difference. I personally don't hear the difference because I'm watching whatever I'm saying, right? So I'm not listening to what I'm saying. I'm actually trying to visualize. I'm not trying. I actually visualize. And if I don't, I know that the lyrics are on where they're supposed to be. But that being said, is a bad frequency. So I don't want to put you in the position of not being creative to find your bad frequency, but you will hear something bad to your ears, and that's what you want to do. You want to just cut it down to about -5, and you can leave these two you know, frequency range however it's gonna come in the template, because it's gonna work for you. Just fuck with this and this, and you'll be good to go. Number 2, channel a compressor. Check it out, with and without.
I ain't never ran from a killer. If I did, cut my legs off. I never been with the whole toss.
Now it's very subtle. It mixing like everything in your effing life. Subtle changes are the trick. Subtle changes do the trick. So what compressor does, check it out. It goes up over here, right? So I'm trying to get that -5 reduction. What that basically means is that the vocal, the wave formats, this bullshit, man, people go to university. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy to me, because this, you gotta have passion for what you do. And if you go to university, it becomes a must, when this is something, a desirable thing that you should have inside. Check it out. Compressor, this is what it does. You got waveforms, right? And because you might not do, especially if you're in the beginning, if you're a beginner, which I hope you are, I want to, you know, have friends, beginners friends, because we have more fun doing it. And what happens is that you have the voice that goes, and then, so it creates peaks, you know, it creates highs and lows. So what the compressor does, it compresses it, so it's only one format, right? In your vocal chain, you can use multiple compressor, and you can get fancy with it. If you're just an independent artist, believe you me, try to record your vocals as many times as you can, and use just one compressor, and you'll be good to put your song on SoundCloud, iTunes, and get listens. All right, so check it out. Basically the way it works, usually you put your auto gain off, I put it at -12, but for this one, just leave it at -12. It comes with the template. Don't worry about it. But you need to understand what we're doing, because you need to tweak. Now, if you get the template and then you don't know what you're doing, I mean, come on, man, check it out. So the way you do this is basically you got a threshold up until the compressor start compressing. And then the ratio is how much is going to compress. It means 5 to 1. It means if it goes up to 5, it reduces to 1 dB. And then the makeup is basically making up for what you removed. Now, usually this number -6.5 should be the one showing up right here. So I should have gone for 5.5 because this is what I'm maximum getting. And this is what I'm going to leave it at. You see, you got to watch the video because there's always some surprise happening. As far as the attack and the release is how much is, you know, releasing and attacking the vocals as soon as you start speaking the words. So that's that for the compressor. Number four, right? Bitcrusher. Now, once again, you know what I'm saying? Black people, you guys have a, I don't know, maybe you don't know this, but you have this voice is way more pumpy, is way more boomy, right? And so if you want to get that vocal, I believe you should get a couple of cigarettes, you know what I'm saying, trying to smoke something and then record, so it's gonna come that kind of thing that makes, you know, records so heartful, so soulful. Once again, black people, you know, they invented jazz, and of course, because you guys are way more soulful. So that's the Bitcrusher, and it works like this. This is what it does, right?
If I did cut my legs off, I never been with the whole toss need start.
It just gives distortion. All right, if you don't know where to find these plugins, let me know in the comment section down below. Hey, yo, take a moment to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Click that subscribe button right there, right now, and you know what I'm saying? Just click it happily. So the Bitcrusher, all right? The Bitcrusher, it goes like this. You got drive, resolution, downsampling, and mix. So the mix is how much the Bitcrusher, I was saying the Bitcrusher. They should have called it the Bitcrusher. How much the Bitcrusher is actually mixing of the vocal. So I just left it 2.25. You can, you know what I'm saying, have fun with this knob, tweak it until you find that mixer is you know, as much as you want it to be. And then you got the drive is how much is happening. So these are the two knobs that you wanna you know what I'm saying, have fun with. So that's the Bitcrusher. Let's go with number 5, Multipressor. We home stretch, guys, home stretch. So Multipressor, right? So this is weird, this is without, this is a cool thing. It's kind of a compressor. So in the beginning I said a compressor is actually, you know what I'm saying, doing whatever it's doing, and you can have multiple compressors, but I usually tend to have a compressor and a multipressor. Now keep this in mind that I may use paid plugins. I'll be using the same channel effect, but doing it with paid plugins, because once again, you know what I'm saying, I'm a spoiled fucking whatever, so I like to spoil myself for things I love. I love this bullshit, so I just spoil myself with always new plugins and stuff. But this is, you know what I'm saying, the first songs that I got thousands and thousands of plays on SoundCloud. Like I use, you know, free plugins and it's cool. So Multipressor, this is what it does. Check it out.
I never ran from a killer.
This is without, right?
If I did cut my legs off,
and then boom,
it
just, you know what I'm saying, trying to get you know, the vocal to ride the beat, Remember this, man, you gotta ride the beat, and you gotta ride yourself to have, you know what I'm saying, your vocal to come from here. Forget about this guy right here. Forget about these baby right here. So the Multipressor is gonna catch that. It's gonna catch that. The compressor is gonna catch whatever I'm fucking talking about, right? When I'm saying the heart, these plugins, especially the compressor and the Multipressor, they're gonna catch on yourself if you have those frequency that I'm talking about, the low frequency, right? So let's check it out how this works. I'll show you the knobs, and then you're off to record your tune, and I want you to listen to your tune. I want to listen to your song. So I have this thing, check it out. I'm putting on once a week. It's called reacting to my subscribers' music. I got 27 views, and I'm so blessed for every 27 people that watched it. As I always say, you know what I'm saying, I make a total living with like 100 views, you know what I'm saying, per video. So that's what I wanted to get at. You know, I wanted to get to 10 people to watch the video, because I know how to monetize and I know how to do that bullshit. So, but you know what I'm saying, a subscriber, you know, a view more, you know, it's always welcome. You know what I'm saying, over here. So go check out that video, and if you have your music, just send it over. You know what I'm saying, you can put a link in the comment section down below. While you at it, if you haven't done so already, click that subscribe button right now. And check it out, the Multipressor. Right, I want to listen to your song.
I never ran from a killer.
So I'm gonna show you how this works. Right,
If I did, cut my legs off.
I did some few tweakings to this frequency, but what you mainly want to do, this is kind of like the Multipressor is kind of cool, you know what I'm saying, because I don't know how in university they teach Multipressor to, you know, audio producers or whatever. But the thing is that Multipressor is cool because you can compress a certain frequency range. I said it one more time. The Multipressor, you know, differs from a normal compressor, as the Multipressor helps you compress a certain frequency range of your vocal. You feel me? The compressor compresses the whole waveform, the whole audio. But the Multipressor, on the other hand, it helps you compress a certain frequency. You feel me? So this is basically what you do. You know what I'm saying? You choose this one, this one, this one to kind of move these lines. All right. I don't want to show you exactly how I want to do it, because I want you to put your little finger on your little mouse and do it yourself. But this is how you do it. You click this and you move it, and then you choose the gain make. So say that you want to compress a certain frequency, because you hear using the channel EQ, you see the frequency where you at. So you are at 200 frequency over here. So you can go back to the Multipressor, you feel me, and kind of remove that you know, that loudness, you know what I'm saying, the loudness of it. You can do it subtly. Subtle is key to life in general, to anything in your fucking life. Subtle changes. Once again, if you have your music, I want to listen to your song with this channel EQ, with this vocal chain effect, like MoneyBagg Yo, me versus me, because even if it's bullshit, put it out. It doesn't matter how plays you get. You can get 1 play today. It doesn't matter how play you get today, is how many plays you get tomorrow. And tomorrow, hopefully, you want to have 2. And then the day after tomorrow, you want to have 3. This is subtle changes. This is why I'm saying subtle is significant, not only in mixing, but also in life, in whatever you do. It's not how much money you make today, it's how much money you're going to make tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So this is for the lead vocal. If you want to, let's go with the buses. Why not? You know what I'm saying? This is part 2 of the video. This is the home stretch. Let's get it, folks. You know how I wish to personally know who I'm talking to. So put it in the comment section. What's your name? Introduce yourself. Get yourself out in the world. And put something on YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of subscribers. I check their channel and they don't have music. They don't have content. And I'm like, what is exactly that's stopping you from hitting that publish button and publish something, you know, on the internet? If you're on the internet, if you're watching YouTube, you should provide value to the world of internet. So with the buses, you know what I'm saying, we got Space Designer. So no, don't get caught up on these numbers, but do. What I mean is that -35, it works perfectly. This is midnight plate. I don't want to show you where it's at, but you can find it under large spaces. Have a fun with it, find it. And also, don't get caught up on this number, you know, -28.7. Jesus, man, my Lord Jesus Christ. Believe you me, man, like back when I started, once again, you know what I'm saying, no university, we don't need to do that bullshit, but watching other producer, you know, mixing vocals, I was kind of obsessed with little fucking numbers, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to copy exactly the number. Do not, man, do not. Have fun with it. You know, what sounds good to you, sounds good to you, has to sound good to you. It's going to sound cool to your mom, to your girlfriend, to your boys, to your, you know, to the internet in general, if it sounds good to you. That's what it matters, you know what I'm saying? The world is you. So don't get caught up on these numbers. But I'm using this -28.7 For the second buses, you know what I'm saying, this is like chapter 2 or part 2 of this video. I got oh shit, man, that was bus number 2. Actually, the Space Designer was bus number 2. Bus number 1, we got some stereo delay and channel EQ. Stereo delay is something I have on my one of my course. When I show my folks, when I show my fellas how to mix sample beats. That was the first course I actually put together, and you know what I'm saying. Stereo delay is so awesome because in that course, I taught that when you have a sample and you make a beat out of a sample, and the mixing process comes huge. It doesn't take a genius to do it, but it does take some, brains to do it. And the stereo delay, what it does, it basically pushes your vocals forward. It pushes the sample forward, so it makes the drums, the drums on top of the beat or the sample. And this is what stereo delay is doing. It's basically having the delay, the stereo delay, but I'm using a bus. So you hear it, but you don't hear it up front. You hear it in the back. Now, you don't have the ears to understand what I'm talking about. But, don't give up. And if you really want to hear that bullshit, you will one day. If you mix after mix vocals, and not only your vocals, but you may be helping somebody else, you know what I'm saying, to mix vocals. So check it out. This is stereo delay. These are my settings, you know what I'm saying. I want to show you this because you can download this, man, but you don't know how to tweak knobs. So what I'm doing is I'm going to 1/4 note, and then I'm just going to leave it as it is. Actually, I fuck with the feedback, with the feedback over here. A few numbers, I'm not exactly sure the knobs that I tweaked, but these are my settings. So go ahead and have a play around, most likely with the feedback. And I'm not sure what you're doing now if you want to recreate exactly a cover of MoneyBagg Yo, Me Versus Me. But most likely, you want to do your own song. So it really depends on the BPM of the song. Whatever the BPM of the song is and how fast it is. So if it's a slow tune, you have like 180 beats, but you have an R&B on your, your snares on the 3s. You most likely want to have, you feel me, something above 1/4. But for this tune at 130, I'm really fast. So yeah, these are my settings, whatever, you know what I'm saying. Now when it comes to the stereo delay, before we wrap up, you want to put your channel EQ because you want to remove unnecessary frequencies so that don't mess up your mixing thing, you feel me. So this is my channel EQ, and it works like the channel EQ we talked before. So these are my settings. So just have a play around with it, fuck with it, have your own thing. Let's get to the ad-libs. This is for the homeboys. So check it out. The ad-libs, let's check out the whole song.
I ain't never ran from a killer. No, I ain't never ever.
It was really in the background. So yeah, man, you know what I'm saying, it's whatever, you feel me. And it's kind of cool though. It's kind of cool. And all I did essentially, you know what I'm saying, is a different channel EQ. So I have a total different channel EQ. I'm going 204 reduction for, as far as the low end. And then I'm kind of have the purple going to -10. And a different kind of EQ just to make it more telephony. This is what the record will sound like. Hope you enjoy, man, this one. Thank you so much for watching. It was my pleasure, you know what I'm saying, to host this tutorial and this lesson, I guess, you know what I'm saying. I like to have your music out in the world for whatever reason. I don't fucking know it. I just want your music. I kind of have an idea why I'm not sharing, because it's bullshit. But definitely I want to have your music, you know what I'm saying, in the world. I want to have more people like me, you know what I'm saying, so I can help relate or whatever, man. Whatever that is, check the description for, grab this channel vocal. And thank you so much for the support, man. It's been a pleasure to host this once again. Peace out. I'll see you in the next one. See ya. You already know, guys. So back, Monroe, your boy. Thank you.